everybody, it's Art Olka YouTube channel. So today we're gonna start this new series and we're gonna talk about the famous logo designs. I will try to explain them to you. I will try to compare those logos to my own formula, SIS formula of a perfect logo design that I've discovered over the years, me being graphic designer. So if you're interested, then just keep on watching. We're gonna talk about, I think, the most famous logo design ever, because the business is very successful at the moment, and it is the Apple logo design. So let's go ahead and get started. The first letter of my SIS logo design formula is the letter S, which stands for simplicity. So let's talk about simplicity for a little bit. I have an Apple, iPhone, you have an iPhone, iPad, iMac, doesn't matter. Everything is so simple, so easy to use. And Rob Janov created the Apple logo design back in 1977, and he wanted to keep it simple. And in one of his interviews, he mentioned why he wanted to keep it simple. Simpler is better, he thinks, because it's memorable, and that's what we as logo designers are trying to do when we are branding. We want people to remember our logo, and simpler is better because it stands out more, and that's what we want. We want to stand out from the crowd. Those are two things that we as designers are doing when we are branding. We want people to know our brand, know our logo, and also be able to recall it really quickly. Next letter of my SIS formula of a perfect logo design is the letter I, which stands for an image. So let's talk about the image of the Apple logo design. So the first ever Apple logo design, it is, I'm sure that most of you have seen it. It is the drawing of Isaac Newton sitting under the apple tree, discovering the gravitational force. So this version lasted for only 1 year. And after that, Rob Janov started creating the modern version of the Apple logo design, and when he started to create it, he could instantly see that the antique logo wasn't appropriate for the Apple company, because when Rob Janov first met Steve Jobs came into the room with the prototype of the new Apple computer, and which was really modern, really it was supposed to be for every home. So Rob Janov decided to create the very modern logo design and very friendly logo design. So he kept drawing apples, apple after apple, until he found the perfect shape that would represent the apple with the bite out of it. Next, the final letter of my SIS formula of the perfect logo design is the letter S, which stands for secret meaning. So let's talk about secret meaning of the Apple logo design. A lot of people keep asking themselves, like, why Apple? Well, because of the name of the company, right? But what's the story behind the Apple logo design? What's the story behind the bite out of the apple? So one of the stories about Apple logo name is that Steve Jobs, actually it was the time when he liked fruits, eating fruits, a lot of fruits, and apple was his favorite fruit, and he just got back from the apple farm and he thought that the name would be really fun and it would sound spirited but not intimidating. So yeah, that was one of the versions of the Apple logo name. As for the Apple logo image, Rob Janov in one of his interviews mentions that Steve Jobs had actually very little to do with the process, and the only thing that he told Rob Janov was, do not make it cute. As for the bite out of the apple, one of the most popular version is that the bite has something to do with the computer term. In fact, when in reality the story is not that exciting, because in one of the interviews, Rob Janov says that he created the bite out of the apple to make sure that people understand that it is an apple and not a tomato, not a cherry. But later he discovered that bite is a computer term, and he thought it is really, he liked this, but more than just like a coincidence. So yeah, as you can see, there are lots of stories behind the logo, and that's, I think, what still attracts us. It attracts clients and people around the world to this company. This is it. Those are the elements that are used in the Apple logo design based on my formula, the SIS formula of a perfect logo design. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. I think the Apple logo design is the most famous logo design ever. It inspires a lot of designers to this day. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what logo design would you like me to talk about in my next video. Truly yours, Artolka.